Hello everyone, and welcome to this series on automating your production process. In this video, we'll be looking at how to create a bill of operation in SAP Business ByDesign. Let's switch over to the system to see how this is done. To create a new bill of operation, you navigate to the Planning and Production Master Data Work Center and click on the Production Bill of Operation view. So you have Planning and Production Master Data and Production Bill of Operation view. Now you can create a new bill of operation from scratch by clicking New, or you copy an existing one by using the copy option available here. So let's create a new one from scratch. To do that, click New, and then we'll populate the required information. By default, the system generates a BO ID. However, you can always update and change this as the case may be. And then the description, which is not mandatory. Then the site ID. As a prerequisite, must have defined your org structure for it to be able to create the bill of operation, because the system displays only the sites that have been defined on the org structure. And then here you specify the quantity and the unit of measurement. And then you have the task generation method. This determines how the production tasks will be generated. We have three options: either from activities, including reporting points, meaning that the number of tasks I've generated will be equivalent to the number of activities, or operations including reporting points. That means the number of tasks generated will be equivalent to the number of operations. And then we have the reporting points including operation activities. This will look at reporting points and create a task that includes both the operations and the activity within the same task. So for this case, I'm going to be creating operations. I'm going to be selecting operations including reporting points. And then you can specify when you want the automatic task to be printed, if it's on creation or on start. The same thing applies to your order if it's on release. And then you have the option to supply to production. In a case where you want the system to automatically generate a task for you to confirm movement of the goods, you enable this. But if you want to manually do the goods movement, you can leave it the way it is. And then we have the disallow production task execution. This checks the quantity of raw materials that are on the production floor and at the point of confirming the tax, the production tax. So by checking the tax feasibility status yellow, what this means is that if the quantity you have on your production floor is not enough to complete the order, the system should not allow it to be able to confirm the production. And then for red, it means that if you do not even have any stock, it shouldn't allow the production. So I'm going to leave it blank here because this same option is available on the production model, and I can disallow it from the production model as well. So now let's go to the structure. From the structure, first I will insert an operation. So for my bill of operation that I'll be creating, it would include two operations, because we have two different operations in the production of the item, which we'll be looking at in a different module. So for this, I'm going to insert two operations with the different machines, and I'm also going to define the time it takes for each one of them. So first, the operation type is make. And then my activity type, first we want to set up the machine, which takes a fixed duration of 15 minutes. So first I'll select my production machine, my main resource, which is the production machine, and then the fixed duration. Now I'm selecting a fixed duration because the time it takes to set up the machine is fixed regardless of the quantity that is being produced. So if you expand here now, you can see the main resource, that's the machine that is currently used. You can also see the setup time. So this is fixed regardless of what is being produced. The system knows that it takes 15 minutes to set up this machine. And then I'll put in a produce activity here. So to do that, I'll click insert activity and then define the activity type, which is a produce activity. This time around I'm going to use a variable duration so that the system can be able to calculate the time it will take in a case where the quantity differs from what is being specified here. So I'm going to use a variable duration of 30 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to move this down here. So first we have the setup, and then we have the variable duration, meaning that it takes us 30 minutes to be able to produce 350 pieces of whatever we produce then. And then I'm going to insert a mark because I want the system to generate a task. So I'm going to say this is a reporting point. So when the system is generating a task, it's going to look at the operation, it's also going to look at the reporting points and generate a task based on this, and also based on the task generation method that I had specified here, operations including reporting points. So if I do not define an reporting points here, system is just going to create one task that will include all operations, but I want the task to be separated. That's why I've included a reporting point. So the next thing is I'm going to insert another operation for the second part of the production. Again, this time around the activity is just a produce activity, and then I'm putting the machine that is used for this. Also, this is a variable duration of 10 minutes. And then okay, so we can see we already have another one as well. Then we have the variable duration. For this activity, we would also need other additional resources like our chillers and compressors. So I'm just going to add them here. The same thing applies to our previous activity. Sorry, so let me just quickly do that now. Now we are done with the bill of operations, but another thing we need to do is we need to check the consistency, that it is consistent. Same thing applies to your bill of materials. They have to be consistent for you to be able to use them in the production process. So let me check consistency. So first let me save this so that we can be able to view the status, so you can see that it is consistent, meaning that our bill of operation is good to go and we can use it in our production process. Thank you very much for your time. To find out more about us, kindly visit our website at www.digitankng.com or send us an email at engage@digitank.com. Think ERP, think Digitank.